2018. They looked at their coach. I have never seen an English generation and an English public so expectant of the coach. This Thomas Tuchel has gotten every English person to believe, even for those who overly criticize his team selection. I'm referring to the 26-man squad. After the first game, he's won all of them into his corner. That tells you that they are united as a bloc and they are ready to face any opposition in the tournament. Now, when it comes to the Black Stars of Ghana, it so happened that we delayed in our decision making. But at least, since the sacking of Coach Otuado, and the appointment of Carlos Queiroz, and the 2 games that we have seen of him, performance-wise, it's not been the best. But the result has changed, and that can only boost the confidence of every player. This team was not used to winning games. This team, under the previous manager, had lost and lost and lost and lost almost every friendly game they were using to prepare for the tournament. All of a sudden, he's gone, a new coach comes in, the immediate friendly game ahead of them, they won. The next most competitive game ahead of them, they won. You may want to question the performance in the game against Panama. I will address that very soon. But the fact of the matter is, we look a very different team. That is what winning brings to you. And I'm so happy that the Black Stars have put together two wins to enable them to have the mentality that they are capable of beating anybody. It is football. And I love it anytime I listen to Carlos Queiroz speak. He spoke about we suffering. And I believe that if there's any game in which the Black Stars is going to suffer in the group stages of this tournament, it is tonight. We will suffer. We will lay down our lives for the people of Ghana. I have gotten the opportunity to speak to 3 of the players in camp, and they have assured me, and therefore I can stand on behalf of them and tell the people of Ghana that the boys are ready. One thing that will be guaranteed today, I'm not saying we cannot lose the game, but even if we happen to lose the game, we will not question the performance of our team. I think what we will just look at and say that, look, on the day they were the better team. But if it comes to performance, I think every Black Stars player is ready to give us 110%. So I'm using this platform, very distinguished the best sports platform in Ghana. Nobody debates that. Nobody argues that the Black Stars of Ghana, from the technical team, through to the medics, through to the psychologists, through to the protagonists themselves, which are the players, they are telling us that, coach, tell the people of Ghana, if there's anything at all, today, nobody will question our commitment, nobody will question our performance. If we were to lose, we'll credit the English on the grounds that they were better than us. But nobody is going to put out any lackluster performance in today's game. They are ready, and they want. Look, if we get beat, no story is told. But if we were to even end the draw or beat the English, we've made the headlines. We would have given the world a shock in the eyes of some people. I know what the Black Stars is capable of going when we are on our A game. I know and I've experienced Ghana when we are on our A game. That is why some of us, when things are not going right, we tend to talk with passion and belief, because the Ghanaian player is unrestricted, or is not limited, and should never be limited in his ability and his ability to deliver. So Nathan, my initial comment is that now when we come to what we should do today, one thing that is certain, we cannot start the game like we started against Panama. It's going to end up being disastrous. So I have told the players I have spoken to, and they, according to them, they have, that point has been reiterated, has been stressed, has been re-echoed to every player, that the encyclopedic way in which they started against Panama cannot be the norm of today. Everybody there will have to start from the word go. And I'm happy that finally Ghanaians get the chance to watch the controller. We saw in the game against Panama the importance of Thomas Partey to this thing. I pray God, and I repeat, I pray God that whatever is going on will not get to the young man. He has assured me personally that, look, I am ready. Yesterday, I was so happy when he boldly came out and faced the press. He availed himself to the press to be questioned. And when you look at him psychologically, we all know Thomas to be a very speaking person. He speaks very softly. But from what I saw, from the body language I saw, Nathan, the man is ready to go. And I'm very confident that with the energetic ability of Carlos Kelem Yirinchi and the ability of Antoine Semenyo, we will not only match the English today, but we will show them. We will show them what the Ghanaian is all about. And I'm very much enthused by what is going to happen. Now, I haven't spoken about the way in which we cannot start the game or the way in which we should start the game. Tactically, I pray that Carlos Queiroz go a 4-3-3. We need 3 men in the middle of the pack. Why do I say so? I say so because I have studied the English. The manner in which they go about their pressing is extremely mad. They are one of the very good pressing team in the tournament. And we saw that against Croatia, especially in that second half. So if they were to press our team today, we will suffer. I expect them to do that. And there has to be a way out. The way out, in my view, is to give our defenders in particular, when we are in possession of the ball, is to give them enough passing option. And one of the tactical way of doing so is to get a 3-man midfield. If our defenders were very comfortable on the ball, during the days of John Mensah, during the days of Jonathan Mensah, during the days of the likes of John Pencil and Samuel Nkulemko, they were very confident on the ball. So there wasn't a need to go a typical 4-3-3. But even then, we had Kodja Samoa, we had Kevin Prince Boateng, we have Anthony Annan. I'm referring to 2010. These 3 guys were not only workaholics, but they were proper ball jugglers. And they could allow the center backs to locate them as they progress the game. We don't have that in this team. So the technical team, in my view, will have to increase the passing option, go into the fullbacks, go into the 3 men in the middle, go into the wingers, and go into the main man. It is very often the case that anytime we go long, we tend to lose the ball. I counted the number of times we lost the ball against Panama, and I lost count. I got tired, and I decided not to come. So one of the ways we need to undo the English today is to have a 3-man midfield. Another reason for that option, tactical option in my view, is the fact that if you look at the English team again, they do Elliot Anderson, they do Declan Rice, and they do Jude Bellingham. At the formation, it looks like Jude Bellingham plays in the number 10 position. But watch them. Anytime they are not in possession of the ball, he drops into midfield and make it a typical 3-man midfield with Harry Kane vacating the number 9 role and falling to the number 10 role. Because they've got blistering wingers, they can afford to do that.
Hello, Chris.
Because Jude Bellingham is also very athletic, he tends to go ahead of Harry Kane very, very quick.
Okay.
They can afford to do that because Kane himself is a very good technician. And look, he's technically so good with the ball at feet. We have a tactical decision to make. In addition to they having a 3-man in midfield, we should have 3 men in midfield. Now the question is, what do we do when Harry Kane let go or vacate our centre back? When he leaves them in their position, do we allow one of them to follow him? Or do we allow him to go there tactically for them to outnumber us in the midfield and keep an eye on the off-the-ball vertical movement of their wingers and, of course, Jude Bellingham? These are things that the technical team, I'm very certain, might have diagnosed, might have looked at, and I believe they'll get away to. If I'm the one, I will mimic what Croatia did in that first half against them. I will instruct one of my center backs to follow him into the midfield to make it a 4v4. And then we have another center back paying attention to the off-the-ball movement. But the problem here is that if my center back were to follow him into them, when he gets the ball, can he pass the ball? These are technical abilities that players of the quality at this level should be able to execute. Nathan, my last point, my very good friend Coach Danso is in the studio. My greetings to him. Young man, we've been listening to you. We've been following you. You've been absolutely brilliant in your explanation and your tactical know-how. I am one of those who believe in tactics. If you ask Nitankwa, he will tell you. And I must say, not to blow your trumpet, that I am very much impressed. Your use of the tactical expression simply tells some of us that you are ready to learn, and by the grace of God, I believe strongly that you go all the way. Now, my last point, before maybe if there's a follow-up question from you can ask. Nathan, it's about the 1v1 situation.
Okay.
Our fullbacks against their wingers. That is another headache. I've read what I've listened to you read what Gideon Mensah said. I'm happy he's spoken like that. These are things you want to envisage. These are the things you want to welcome on board. That look, these guys are touted to be the best in the business when it comes to their position and their role. The likes of Marcus Rashford, the likes of Anthony Gordon, the likes of Madueke, the likes of Saka. These are the wingers in the English team. Occasionally, if they have Morgan Rogers, he can drift into those areas and then behave as a winger. I would prefer that we don't isolate our fullbacks with their wingers.
Okay.
If there's any 1v1 situation, naturally, that is again one of the tactical reasons why we need to do a 3-man midfield. So that midfielder that is closer to the winger when he's to the fullback when he's isolated with any of the wingers will have to go and close the gap. And therefore, if they are three, as he shift, there is that diagonal shift to close the channel. We should be able to block the channel. Again, that is another reason why we cannot do less than 3-man in midfield. So, Nathan, if you ask me, start the game well. Better than you started the 2 games under Carlos Queiroz. I'm referring to those games against Wales and the game against Panama.
Okay.
Again, don't panic. Show confidence when you are in possession. When building from the back, if you are locked up, see the error ahead of you. Coach Danso will tell you that when we say see the mistakes ahead of you, that is the best way to employ the tactics of bim, bam, boom, or boom, bam, bim. That is when the error is there. We saw Koulibaly yesterday. He saw the error. He saw the gap. He saw the mistakes. And he decided to be smart. He ended up giving away 2 beautiful assists. Virtually played against Senegal yesterday. I will tell the center backs, I will tell my defenders, if you see the error, if you see that they've set the trap, see the mistake ahead of you. And when you are hitting long, I prefer you not going through the middle. I prefer you going to the flanks so that if we are to lose the ball there, we are able to rediscover our shape and face the ball. We need to be behind the ball, not in front of the ball. And then my last point. This one is for Thomas Partey. Young man, we have missed you. Young man, we have missed you, or we did miss you in the game against Panama. Please remind the people of this country, remind Declan Rice, remind Elliot Anderson, remind all of them that you are indeed a top world-class player. Show your level. Pass the ball to Semenyo, put it in space, and let our blistering ringers also test their shaky backline. I think that backline of England is shaky, especially on the left where the Man City ball will play. He's a very fantastic left back when coming forward. Defensively, I think he's suspect. And then we should target Konsa. I've told those I spoke to, target the Aston Villa boy. He's overly confident. He thinks he's the next Cannavaro or the next Gentili in 1982. He's not as good as this guy. So target him and let's force some mistakes out of him. And by doing so, we'll give ourselves the chance of causing an upset. Just start the game well and make sure we are in the game for the first 25 minutes. Once we are able to survive the 25 minutes without any blemish on the equilibrium of the game, then we can take charge and begin to show them that they have to worry.
Okay.
I'm very confident. I know you are also confident. So any day, if you have a follow-up question, then we can do that. If not, you have a beautiful day.
Yeah, I just want to ask you this. So you and I have spoken a lot about Jordan Ayew, right? And some people think that he doesn't add to the team when he starts. He's slow, blah, blah, blah. Let me ask you this. Chris, so assuming Jordan gets to start, right? Assuming he gets to start, what can be done, or what should he do? What should Carlos Queiroz do to get Jordan to give a bit more than he gave when we played Panama, so that in the end we can all say that, you know, Jordan had a good game, because he's an important player. Everybody wants him to succeed, but some people are not happy with his output. So from a coaching perspective, what can be done to ensure that Jordan gives his best on the day, so that, you know, in the end somebody else can come and finish the task, or so that Jordan won't have a good review? I really want him to do well, but he's up against public opinion.
I think, all those who are talking about Jordan, I want to say they are justified in doing so. But the young man is a smart man. If you are not smart, you don't captain the Ghana national team. If you are not talented, you don't captain the Ghana national team. Look at those he took over from. His brother, the baby jet, Stephen Appiah, his father. You see, he's in that bracket of talented Ghanaian players. And therefore, I believe strongly that Jordan Ayew has got what it takes to play to the strength of the team. He's smart enough to know that this team and that this coach is a transitional team. If he's going to play in there, he can do at least 2 touches. Pick up the ball, block off and pass. Now watch him. When he picks up the ball and he blocks and he's in charge of the ball, he doesn't want to let go of the object. You render Semenyo useless. You render Fatah Isaaku or any of our other wingers useless. You render Callum Urichi completely ineffective when it comes to his box-to-box instinct. So if he's going to play, I mean, the coaches might let him understand that this is the system, this is the style, this is the identity of the team. So you need to play to that. Do I need him to hold on to the ball? At least, yes. But let's go of it when there's a clear opportunity to do so. And I think it is not beyond him. Although, at his level, he's played in a similar way for so many years. And it's extremely difficult to get a player to change what his DNA represents in a game of football. But he should be smart enough. He's been a professional player for a very, very long time. So he should be smart enough to adjust, because when the team wins, he's the captain of the team and he takes on all the laurels. I believe, for me, I have said it, I would have started him, or I would start him from the bench. But would the technical team do so? No, I don't think so. Every coach has an allegiance to his leader on the pitch, and I think he's the leader of this team together with Thomas Partey. And it's proper that we have the two of them on the pitch, but on condition that Jordan plays for the team. I maintain it is not something he cannot do if he says he's going to do it. So I am hoping, just as you are hoping, that he will give us his best performances today, and at the end of the day, the people of Ghana, even if we were to lose the game, will be happy with his output, my brother.
Okay, Chris, thank you so much. Stay safe, have a good day. I'm sure we'll speak during the game or after the game, as we usually do.
Definitely. God bless you. And my greetings to Coach Danso again.
All right, I'll pass them on. Thank you so much. That was Coach Christopher Nimley joining us. Coach Kwabena Danso will be joining us in a second. You can send in your thoughts, 054-257-1061, 054-257-1061. Since we are talking World Cup, let me just inform our listeners that on the 19th of July, we will have a final outdoor event. 19th is the final of the World Cup, for those who do not know. 19th July, that's when everything comes together. So Sporty FM is inviting you way in advance to witness the biggest match on the planet live at the Aviation Social Center. Be part of thousands of passionate fans as we come together to experience the World Cup final. Now, the exclusive World Cup final viewing party is proudly brought to you by our valued partners. Affiliate Pepsodent do the two-brush day and night. Club here, cheers to our Chale, the European Union supporting community engagement and youth participation through sports. Come and enjoy live screening of the FIFA World Cup 2026 final on giant LEDs, pre-match entertainment and music, interactive games and exciting giveaways, sponsor activations and fun engagement activities. There's food, there are drinks, and a festive football atmosphere, and opportunities to win amazing prizes throughout the event. Gates open at 1 p.m. If you're an interested vendor or partner, contact 0553 919 705 or 0244 220 245 to register. Keep listening to Sporty FM and follow our social media channels for event updates, promos, and exciting opportunities to win. Sporty FM, we are the voice of sport. Sinclair Tech is telling you that in this World Cup season, enjoy great discounts if you want to get new gadgets, if you want to get some new devices and all. If you are looking to upgrade your iPhone, Android device, get a new MacBook, or just awaken your home with some great appliances, Sinclair Tech. Sinclair Tech is your friend. Find them at Ashaleboche School Junction, close to School Junction. And they have their promo running between June 13 and the 25th of July. Enjoy amazing discounts on Apple products, Androids, laptops, gaming consoles, home appliances, accessories, and much more. Get in touch with them on 0549 462 550. 0549 462 550. Follow them on Instagram and on social at Sinclair Tech _ Sinclair Tech _ SINCLEAR Tech _ Sinclair Tech, your trusted destination for technology and electronics. Sinclair Tech, elevate your life. Time check is 8:17. Okay, you know what? Let's open the phone lines for a bit. Let's open the phone lines. And then we'll hear from Coach Kwabena Danso, who's in studio. He's getting his notes ready. So give us a call, 054 257 1061 030 279 4805. What are your expectations ahead of today's game? Ghana v England, 8 p.m. kickoff. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Good morning, Nathan.
Yes, good morning.
Happy match day. This is Anobil, Makati.
All right, Anobil, please go ahead.
You see, I'm rocking my Ghana jersey this morning.
Okay.
I don't know, but the feeling is good. You see, the bottom line is, it doesn't matter what happens today. We are supporting our country. We are playing against one of the best in the world as we speak right now.
Yeah.
A team that is well built with star-studded players, with a top-notch coach. Everything is kind of on point for them. But what about us? No matter what, we still don't care. It's a football match. Anything can happen. At least it will be difficult for us to even get a draw. But if we manage to get a draw, we are good to go. If we still lose, we have last match to deal with Croatia. What's the big deal here? That's no big deal. Coach Mimli spoke very well. A section of Ghanaians that say they will score us, what it doesn't matter, they should score us. We are here. This is our Black Stars.
Okay.
We are not going to pinpoint any single player that you have done this, you are that. We are playing against an English team that has been so good over the years. And even if we lose today, we have one match to play. So everybody should cheer up. They just have to put up a good performance. That's all I'm looking out for. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. 054 257 1061 030 279 4805 054 257 1061. Let me take another caller. Hello.
Yes, hello. Good morning, Nathan.
Yes, good morning. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes,
good morning,
yes.
Nathan. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. And how is my good friend Raymond?
Raymond is fine. He's out on assignment.
Okay. Yes. So
what's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Okay, so this is James from Accra.
All right, please go ahead.
Yes. So looking at the upcoming game, I think that and with the introduction of Thomas Partey, we should be good in the middle. Yes. The only challenge is up front. Sulemana, he's always had a potential, but like everyone knows, his finishing aren't that sharp enough because he exerts a lot of strength in the dribbling and running.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to the last minute decision, that is where, he's found wanted. And then for Fatal to, he's good, but he's not really a starter. I don't know why Bonsuba seems to be so underrated with the stats that he's having. He has over 13 assets in his league. And there are several players on the bench that are being overlooked, and it doesn't really sit well with me. And then for Jordan, I wish he could start from the bench. I really wish. Otherwise, then we are not giving competition in the team. If you give us such, a terrible showing in the first game, and then we allow him to start, then you ask yourself, where is the competition? Over several years of experience and him being our captain. If everyone is to be flopping, not our captain. So you ask yourself, then what is really happening in the team? So people are justified when they say that the team and the Black Stars belong to certain group of players.
But that's not true. I mean, that's
no. But when these things are happening, listen, he cannot survive in any other team. Ask me which championship team will put in money for him. Ask me which EPL team will put in money for him. But look, all our bench warmers, there are several teams that could purchase them.
Okay.
So why are they start? Why is there competition? What competition are we providing for Jordan? No. It's not happening anywhere. Even so I mean, it is a big problem. Even regardless, do you know that regardless of Thomas Asante's performance, there are several Ghanaians and fans who believe Jordan should start out, and it's ridiculous.
But hold on, relax. You see, there are several opinions. You don't agree that Jordan should start. That is fair. Some people think he should also start. I also think you should grant them that grace and say that, well, that is their opinion. Fair point.
On what grounds? Listen,
you see, okay, let me hold on. Let me
backed by data.
You see,
your facts and opinions should be backed by
not necessarily.
Data.
I mean,
we are in a scientific world.
People have preference. So, for example, if you take 10 people and you ask them, should Jordan start? Are you saying that if somebody says Jordan should start, they are making a wrong argument? We are not.
Of course, there's no data backing that.
Okay, so what is the data backing your argument that Jordan shouldn't start? Or what's the basis of your argument?
Okay, in the last showing, what do they see?
You see, you and I never, we don't train with the team. You never know what it is Carlos Queiroz asked him to do. Maybe he executed Carlos Queiroz's instructions to the letter. You never know. I mean, in my years of experience, I've come to understand that sometimes the things we see are very different from what coaches see. You get it? So I agree with. I get your point. I understand your perspective.
Merit. You want to score goals. Who are the ones?
Again, you see, what is merit? Hold on, relax.
In the last game.
I get your point, but the point I'm making is that hold on. The one who makes the ultimate decision is Mr. Carlos Queiroz. If
the decisions, he can, and we have the right to criticize it.
Yes, but you see, ultimately he will make that call. Do you understand? He will make the call. And I always say, you never know what coaches tell players. What if he told Jordan, I want you to slow the game down? What if that were Jordan's instructions?
Listen, if
you know what, James, you've been on the line for a while. Let me bring other callers in, but I do respect your opinion. That is sorry.
If he's playing by the instructions of the coach, why will Samuel and Co
Again, all
They wouldn't run.
the point I
wouldn't
made.
run. He's been doing the same too.
Charlie, Immortal, please give me another caller. 054-257-1. Hey, babe. Hey, the national team matters. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. Everybody believes that their opinion is right. Hey, anyway, 054-257-1061. This is the Sporty Breakfast. 030-279-4805. I'll take 2 more calls and then we get into our analysis. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
You are the line.
Yeah, Emmanuel, please go ahead. Yeah, I'm all right.
I'm very, very disappointed about what the Senegalese team.
Senegal.
This disappointed me. You knew that yesterday. Coach said something yesterday that they shouldn't go all out against Norway, or it will come back to bite them.
Yeah, who was saying that? I think somebody in the studio. I think one person said they should manage the game.
Mr. Danso.
I'm trying to remember. I know coach said. Anyway, you continue. Did coach not say Senegal should attack Norway?
Kevin said he disagreed with him, but they had the squad to go to with them.
No, it was Coach Rada who said they had the squad to go with them.
No. Coach said
really
it will backfire if you open the game and play.
You said that.
Go to.
Coach is saying that he was saying that Senegal should attack Norway. Coach, is that not what you were saying? You said the other one, that they should manage the game. Okay. So Emmanuel, you are right.
He said they should manage the game.
Yes. Coach was also saying that they should try and manage the game.
Yeah, because 1 point will be good. But yesterday, Charlie, the way they went to open the game, you have been hearing some stories that Charlie, these players are fighting for winning bonuses.
It's true. They've not been paid.
And the coach even is not with the contract.
Yeah, I know that they have some money problems.
Their camp is messed up, and you can see it in how they are even playing the game. Look at this Koulibaly yesterday. Koulibaly, I was very, very surprised. The way they were playing, I'm very, very disappointed in this instance. This one, they can't go anywhere again.
Look, even if they get 3 points, I think it will depend on a number of
factors. The number of goals that they will score.
Yes, it will depend on, because their goal difference is what? Negative.
Is it -3?
-3, like yes. They lost 3-1. -3.
Nathan, for today, when I'm actually is how do you call it? Is the coach that will do the lineup. So if you are here, we are shouting because it will not bring any changes to the lineup. If Carlos you play Jordan, who are you?
There's nothing anybody can.
You can't do anything. We are in Ghana here. We are shouting. See, no matter what you say, you will start Jordan today, and I know Jordan will start today. No matter what we will do, what we will say, Jordan will start today.
Yeah.
That's the fact. So they're shouting at this. Me, I've toned down because what you say, you don't even listen to you. But I hope we get a great result, Charlie. But I think I know. Have a good morning.
8:29. Let me take 2 more calls and then we will close. We need to bring Coach Danso in. 054-257-1061 030-279-4805. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
This is Mr. Nobody.
Who? Mr. Nobody.
Yes, please.
I see. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from ODC to be precise.
All right. Please go ahead.
But the last match one call, I was asking, is it the time for this Barcelona Lambert? Is it the time for that? we all lost confidence in the team. And gradually, if they want to at least renew our confidence and renew our spirit to them, we should just keep quiet and support them. What kind of person is that? And to my brother CR7, today I'm praying that we need to step up. We need to that because they are worrying us. Like the Pharisees are worrying us too much.
Who the Pharisees?
They are worrying us. They are worrying us. So today they are definitely beautiful.
Okay, no problem. Let's see what happens. Thank you so much. All right, let me take the final caller. Oh man, the guy says the Pharisees are warning them. I wonder who the Pharisees are. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, Nathan. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. And what's your name and where are you calling from?
Super B from Danso.
This is
Super B.
Okay, Super B. All right, please go ahead, Super B.
Okay. Now, I'm supporting the Black Stars because I'm a Ghanaian.
Okay.
And I'm supporting from afar because I can believe it that there is a coach in the studio that can analyze the teams and see their weaknesses and say to people, even for people to win bets on, and those who are paid and officially organized to go into this tournament cannot see those weaknesses, and we are finding ourselves in trouble. The honest truth is we don't have the materials, as we are always saying, that these players are good enough to play for their teams. That means they're good enough to play for Ghana. And so I don't take any excuses from that. I think Jordan should still start because that will give us some kind of psychological impetus to go into this team.
Okay.
Dropping him will communicate to our opponents that we don't really trust our team. Let him go on the field. He is one of the most experienced people on that field.
Okay.
Party. I'm sure Jordan, as coach said, is smart enough to be able to adjust himself to this team and to be able to play according to coach's instructions. My worry, though, is that we are going to be supporting this team and doing everything for them, but they are going to probably playing selfish team game because these players want to sell themselves and they want to be able to get contracts and they want to show what they can do. But if they play as a team, just like we are seeing from the minnows that have come to this tournament and are surprising other people, we can also do the same thing. We may be the weakest. Our first World Cup, we were the lowest ranked team, one of the lowest ranked teams, and we went on to do wonders. We just to do the same thing. So, well, I'm supporting Ghana Black Stars. I'm hoping that they do something to put those of us who are skeptics to shame. But if they do, we'll jubilate with them. If they don't, we still have to guard our hearts. All the best, though.
All right. Thank you.
Though, before I go, this is just for you. Your door. Sometimes when it opens on live television, we hear this squeeze. Please, can you put something inside that thing? I love your show, but that puts me off most of the time.
All right, no problem. We'll work on that. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Just the sporty breakfast. Okay, I said I was taking my last caller, but let me take this final caller, then we can get into the analysis. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yep.
Yeah, Mr. Nathan.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Friction. I'm calling from Dodoa.
All right, please go ahead.
You see, today's game, this is a Jordan's game. We can't take anything away from Jordan, no matter the situation. During the first against Panama, in fact, I predicted the first half. I told those around me that Panama is a first half team, and they will play the first half very aggressive. But the second half, they will come down, they will get tired, they will come down, and the game will slow down. So when the second half started, everybody was just looking at me. And I said, oh, Charlie, I told you guys, you see the situation now. But you see, during second half, England wouldn't give us that chance Panama gave us. We will be defending till 90 minutes. And that is a mark. But Ghana has a goal against England.
Okay.
And whether they will score first for us to equalize, or we will score first and try to defend until maybe they equalize or whatever will be our outcome, Ghana will surely get a goal. And Jordan will be our holding. If Kudus was to be around, we have no problem. Jordan can be aside. We can try to sideline Jordan for today's game, but Kudus is not around. Who is going to hold the ball? Who is going to stand on the ball for us? In Ghana's team, I don't see anybody as such. So Jordan will hold the ball to a bit waste time. Those antics we need it in today's game against England, no matter the situation.
Okay.
Nathan, have a good day. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. That's our final caller for the segment. Time check is 8:35. You can send us a WhatsApp message though, 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. Hey, I said I won't take callers. People are calling. All right. Let me take this caller and then we listen to Coach. Yes.
If you not take my call, go pay me. Michael from Ablekuma.
Michael, please go ahead.
Everything cool.
We there inside though. Everything cool.
I dey ask one question. You defend against Panama. Who be being against England?
I don't think so.
Good. So we are functioning we are defending against England. But then there are some countries we should be quick in our transitions. Because definitely when they are attacking, they will leave spaces.
Yeah.
That's why we have PC wingers, Semenyo, Fatah, Safu. That's why Ghanaians are complaining about Jordan. It's not that we don't like him, but then sometimes he delays the transition. Because
that is true.
Against teams like England, you don't have chances. Only chances. But there's if the least chance in a counter attack, we breaks him. So 1-2 passes here, coach. Right, I think they complaining say the only good player.
Yeah. That's fair.
Recycling, delay, sometimes. But born against England, against Panama, you were defending. Against England, more better controllers were team for Elliot Anderson, one of the best controllers for tournament winning. Declan Rice, or Bellingham.
Yeah.
And 1v1, our wingers, no, Anthony Gordon, and I say the anonymous because it could be a best at the football be a mission there, you go tired. So definitely, we are defending. And yeah, option, the best option is some card taking into this game, and it breaks now, that's all. So I was saying, I was saying from she, so I say. But then there's also another question, say, in Ghana Premier League teams, no, almost share coach dancing. I was talking about booking out to. I'm not serious, but I was about booking out to because in summer, Ghana can, the business that says, all your knowledge is fair, but then I think there were Kebia, fucking beyond, you see. Especially against Australia and Rokan, because Australia press it.
Yeah.
Argentina, new wide wingers, or the in central.
Yeah.
And no 4 car points in the Messi. And there goes now, Messi started build up. No, I finish point. Into by this time, I'm cutting maybe with the other. Now, come in Casa. Oh, yeah. $200,000 a month, camper. And
Ghana Premier League club and they want $200,000.
Oh, that. But they saw the power so because those nigga no I had. Only maybe money no.
Oh, Ejumandi only.
Papa. But so some come good thing the crown fan to. But then I say yeah then they would you for the new
oh.
That would you for the new crew. Sometimes any problem. It's Obian function, but then my boy school back. Obian could try England to score under 1.5 points more than 2 weeks.
England to score under 1.5. Into boys in trust our code no. Immortal make catch Immortal no more they are 2 Immortal I say England to score under 1.5. Mum fan to so. Sanfa. Michael, all right, thank you. Have a good day. All right, 8:39. All right, let's put a pause on the calls. Let's get into the analysis. Coach Kwabena Danso is in studio. Coach, you are getting a lot of love today. So earlier, your very good friend, Coach Christopher Nimley, was giving you props. So you are doing a great work.
Yeah.
And then the caller who just left, Michael, said that he wonders why no Ghana Premier League team has reached out to talk to you. Anyway, Coach, it's nice to see you. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Yes, I'm fine. Today is match day.
Yeah.
Today's an important day.
Very important day. Very important day.
I see.
And today is the day for Ghana. You see,
okay.
The day for Ghana. It's a make or break.
Okay.
The day for Ghana. Because after England, we are going to play against Croatia. So it's a very important game. But you see, just before I touch on today, all the analysis is centered on Ghana, England. This is it. This is the game. But before I get into the analysis, I want to touch on something small about the Senegal and the Norway game. You see, that yesterday I told you something. That if Senegal decides to go toe-to-toe and play against Norway, they will be found wanting. And it is true. Check the number of times the African teams have decided to go toe-to-toe with the top European teams. Were they able to win?
No.
So Morocco stood tall against Brazil. They did very well, but they did not win. Senegal in their first game against France, they did very, very well, but they did not win. Eventually, they lost. Ivory Coast against Germany, they did excellent. In fact, in the first half, a lot of people thought that Ivory Coast would score like 4 or 5 goals, but eventually they lost. Now, yesterday, Senegal also stood once again to Norway, and they lost. Now, you see, the danger is that Senegal has done very well, playing against France, Norway, toe-to-toe with 0 points. So you've done very, very well, but you have 0 points. Now, it means that even in your next game, if you are to win, you must now pray that other, teams in other groups do not get 4 points, because even if you win, you will be left with
3 points.
3 points. Yeah. Now they have 3 points. Is it minus 3? Minus 3. So it means that even if you can get a positive goal difference, you must score like 4 or 5. Yeah. And it makes it very, very, very difficult. That was why I told you that. If you look at the second goal that Norway scored, this is the second goal. Nathan. So Senegal attacking Norway. Senegal had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players attacking Norway. With only these 3, the red players, as their rest defense.
I see. So even if I want to be very detailed, they had 5 players in almost like the central attacking area.
Almost like the central, and then 2, wide players. With only 3 players as their rest defense. This is against Norway, the team that scored the most goals in the qualifiers in Europe. So if you do this against them, and you miss the ball, or you miss the pass, now this is what happens. So as soon as they miss the pass, Norway were attacking with Erling Haaland, with Odegaard, with Antonio Nusa against these 2 players, because these guys are your fullbacks. They are now, running back. So at the end of the day, this will be the scenario. And then Norway, they are going to punish you.
For our listeners, go to our Facebook page. Yeah. You get the stream and you get an idea of what we are talking about. If you are listening to us on X Spaces, a little later, we usually share the analysis segment. So be on the lookout. It will be on our YouTube. You can also watch it live on YouTube if you don't want to watch the replay later. So 15 seconds ago, Norway were the team under attack. Senegal had the ball. Yeah. They were trying to go and score. And then the attack breaks down.
And now
Norway go on this counter. All of a sudden, a situation where it was 5v3 against Norway. The situation is now 4v2.
4v2
for Norway.
And the quality in those 4, you have Erling Haaland, Solot, Odegaard, Antonio Nusa, as those 4.
1 wide man, 2 strikers, and a number 10.
It's very, very difficult to defend against this. So yesterday I said it, that Senegal
and Odegaard found that pass, brilliant pass through.
And once it gets to Erling Haaland, you know you are going to pick the ball from the net. That is it. So for Senegal, it's very difficult at this stage for them to qualify to the round of 32. It will be very, very difficult. Now to Ghana, England. Today, all the analysis is centered around Ghana and then England.
For listeners, officially, the tie is England v Ghana. England are the designated home team.
So, so Nathan, before we begin our analysis, it's very important to listen to whatever it is that the managers who will be playing this game they said. So yesterday, I paid attention to Thomas Tuchel. I listened to him, and this was why he said ahead of the game.
Okay. Okay, all right. So, coach, let's go back. Let's go back and let's hear from Thomas Tuchel once again.
Well, bad news for Ghana. We will also be very motivated. I see no point why we wouldn't. We play on the biggest stage, and we want to prove a point. To ourselves. So that is where we are, and this is how we are and who we are. So there is no advantage. There cannot be any advantage. The second point is that I still believe that we play in one of the strongest groups in the World Cup. It started with a top 10 opponent with Croatia, and it continues tomorrow with Ghana, who are traditionally a top football country, a top football nation, who have outstanding players in this squad individually, and now with a new coach have a new formation, a solid block, and will ask difficult questions, and they will make life hard for us, because it is, like I said, it's a difficult opponent. It's we want to do the next step. They want to do the next step. We both have.
So that is Thomas Tuchel.
So that's Thomas Tuchel. The very first thing he said,
news for Ghana.
He said the bad news for Ghana is we are motivated.
So that is Thomas Tuchel.
Okay.
He's saying the English team is motivated, and that is a bad news for Ghana. It means that they are coming into this game for the kill. They are fully motivated to come into this game, Nathan, for the kill.
They are not taking anything for granted.
No. And when he was about to end, he said, Ghana wants to take the next step. England also wants the next step. What is the next step? The next step is to qualify from the group. And at this stage, in the group, Ghana has 3 points, England 3 points. So it means that these are two teams who are ready to take the next step and qualify from the group. And that makes it very interesting. Now, on the style of play of Ghana, on how we are going to set up and play, Thomas Tuchel said this.
Sorry.
Squeeze it when you want, it's fine.
So, to sum up the last parts of your question, is everyone is available. Everyone was in training. We had big influence from the substitutes, which we really appreciated, and it's just a proof how everyone buys into the idea. Even if players are regular starters, big players for their clubs, they came in, and no matter if like Mark in defense or Marcus in offense or Bukayo Saka as a winger, everyone bought in and gave everything to decide the match, which they actually did. They had huge influence, and we need exactly that. I will not give anything away for tomorrow's lineup. Declan just mentioned one of the threats is the counter-attack, because Ghana plays with a lot of physicality. They play with a lot of speed, individual quality. They don't mind if they don't have so much of the ball, because they burst into high-speed attacks on the counter. They play very direct when they're on the ball. They're not shy to use long balls. They bring 4 or 5 players into the attack. So, yeah, it's a different approach, than the last match, but that's the beauty of it. I mean, we play World Cup, we play now different cultures, different national teams, and different approaches to the match, and it's on us to adapt and to bring our strengths and be respectful enough to adapt to the strengths of our opponent and make it a top performance from us, because that's what we need if we want to win.
So he started by giving us updates in camp. He said all his players are now fit. And then he entered into, analyzing Ghana.
Yeah.
He said counter-attacks, Ghana, very good at counter-attacks. We are physical, we are direct, and they know this is the threat that, we will be posing to them. And he added that this game will be different from the game they played against Croatia, because how Ghana plays and then how Croatia plays are entirely different. So he said that, and these are very good points. You see, after listening to this, clearly, it helps you to, know what to expect as far as the game is concerned.
So for me, listening to Thomas Tuchel, the very first thing I can say, just doing some content analysis, is that he recognizes very quickly that Ghana is not Croatia.
Yeah.
So the way they prepared for Croatia will have to be very different
from how to prepare
from how to prepare against Ghana.
And that is 100%.
And he recognizes what they are coming to face. A team that will defend and play in transition. So
that is true.
I guess in his mind, the biggest headache is how do we stay? How do I even say it? How let me put it this way. I guess England's biggest headache today would be how not to be vulnerable in the transition.
How to stop, the transition of Ghana.
Of
just
Ghana.
like Senegal. You see, Norway scored from a transition. So how the rest defense of England will stop the transitional threat of Ghana. That is how they must prepare for this game. With that, if they're able to do that, they will be okay.
Okay.
Now, Nathan, England most of the time plays with a 4-2-3-1. A 4-2-3-1. But there are a lot of things they do within the 4-2-3-1. Now, in their build-up, they use the 3-2 build-up shape. The 3-2 build-up shape. And when I'm done about the build-up, I'll tell you something, and I'll suggest something for the technical team of Ghana.
Okay. Now, for listeners, when we say the 3-2 build-up, what Coach Danso is saying that typically when England want to build up from the back, you realize that there are 3 players. So 3 players in the first defensive line, and then 2 players in the next line.
So 3 players in the first phase,
2 players in the second phase.
So now with this, they would expect Ghana to press them with a front 2. So Ghana will be pressing them with a front 2. Okay. And that would mean that they will get a +1 on the first line.
Okay, Coach, when you say England's 3-2, because I see our 2 forwards pressing there. Does the 3 include, or do the 3 players include
the goalkeeper?
The goalkeeper?
Yes.
So their build-up is Pickford, and the first phase is Pickford and the 2 centre-backs.
Yes.
And then they go into central midfield, which looks like it will be Rice and Anderson.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is their first phase. It includes the goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to press them with 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then that will be a 3-2 build-up.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at what I've, arranged on the tactical board, this is exactly what the English are praying for. And this is what Ghana should avoid at all costs. England wants you to press them. That is why they start with the low build-up. So they want you to press them. Pressing them will leave a lot of spaces in between your team and even behind your team.
Okay, because as the front to as we press, because teams are taught to press as units or press coordinated or in a coordinated manner. If the attack goes, wingers will go, central midfielders will go,
the defenders will go, and that will leave a lot of spaces. That is what England wants. That is what they want. So if you don't press them, they'll become frustrated. They want you to come at them, come and press us. Again, when you press them, at times, these 2, which is Anderson and then Declan Rice, they can change the constitution of these 2. Mm-hmm. It could even be a fullback. So Nico O'Reilly can invert, Rhys James can invert. So they can invert their fullbacks. Again, when they are able to, successfully build up and then they get to the offensive third, they like to play with the wide triangles. And I will show you a lot of images about that. Wide triangles, they will rotate and then they will try to, get the ball up front. So that is it for England. But Nathan, if I am the Ghana coach, the first now I tell the players, never try to press against England. No, stop it. You see, Vincent Kompany said something after PSG against Bayern. Nathan, he said, whenever you are playing against elite teams, it's either you don't press at all or you press extremely aggressively against them. There's no space in between. And I agree with Vincent Kompany.
So you either press aggressively,
very, very, very aggressive in a man-to-man, or don't do it at all. There's no space in between. Now with the Ghana team, can we press in a very aggressive man-to-man manner against England? No. So if we cannot do that, there's no space in between. Don't press at all. Because once you decide to do any lackadaisical pressing, you are dead. Now, if you are looking at this image, this is a build-up shape of England. And on the tactical board I showed you. So this is a 3-2 build-up shape with 1, 2, 3, including their goalkeeper, and then Rice, Anderson. Yes, so now this is it. Now, if we are analyzing this image, Nathan, you could see that England is in, 2-2-2.
4-2-2-2.
Yes.
Brazil used to play that back in the day.
2-2-2. Now, this first 2 is their pivot. The next 2 is their number 9 and number 10.
I see Kane and Jude.
Kane and Jude. That number 9 and number 10. And then, you know, the
wingers.
The wingers are ahead of the number 9 and the number 10. So ideally, the wingers should have been here on the wider area. But they are inside. Why? To create these spaces so that they can put the ball there for them to run. And this is one of the low, you know, build-up of England. Again, this is the same image. The same image. If they want to, you know, build up through this particular system, they can do it using a link pass. And if they want to go long too, they can do it with that long ball. And that is the first image that I showed you. So this is the build-up of England. And I am thinking that if you are Ghana, you cannot go in aggressive man-to-man against England as Croatia did. Because even for Croatia, most of the time, England were able to, you know, bypass their press and create a quality chance. So I'll never suggest Ghana to press against England. It is a trap. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It is a trap.
Ghana do not have the quality to press. Ghana do not have the technical, you know-how to adapt against the pressing structure of England. In the game against Panama, especially in the first half, it was, you see, pressing was Ghana's biggest problem.
Yeah.
So if you were unable to get a very good pressing structure against Panama, how can you devise a very good pressing structure against England? And the last time I told you, at this World Cup, one of the most tactically, you know, adaptable teams is England. And me, I'll pick England as the number 1. They are excellent in all the phases of the game. So in build-up, they are there. In transitions, the counter-attacks that Thomas Tuchel was talking about, England is better in transitions than Ghana. Yes. Although that is Ghana's, you know, best bet. But they are better at doing that than Ghana. So for England, don't try to press them. Nathan, it is a trap.
You are better off for sitting off them.
It is a trap. Don't try to press them. Now, the next one is their wide triangles. And this is very, very important because from this, they score a lot of goals.
Okay.
Once they are playing wide triangle, and there's even a triangle here, this is Harry Kane. He's not part of their triangles. So it means that he can move. And now, once you allow Harry Kane to move, a free man, just as I've shown you in this image, once he receives, he can find the movement of his wingers. If you follow him, it means that this central area, there will be no player there. And that will be deadly because the wingers will move there. Even Jude Bellingham can also move there. So if you follow him, there's a problem. If you don't follow him, there's a problem. That is why I'm telling you, don't try to press at all. Stay here. Stay at your zone. Don't try to press. Because once you decide to press them, it is very difficult. Now, for Harry Kane, once he has the ball, let's look at the, you know, the start from their last game against Croatia. This is the movement of England.
So now, combined, all move for listeners, all when you combine everything England in terms of movement, they did 291
movement
to receive the ball.
291. Can Ghana track all 291 movements? England did 291 movements to receive the ball. And let's look at where it gets very interesting. Nathan, running in behind is the most that they did. 71.
Running in behind
your defensive line. So they'll try to build up. You try to press them, leaving spaces behind you. And running in behind, they did that 71 times. In front, only 6. In between, 15. Out to in, 3. In to out, 2. In behind, 71. What does this tell you?
It means that from this, my guess, and listeners, Michael, as I read you say, Kelvin, is also here. Coach Danso's new assistant, Fidelis, is also here. Fidelis has a license D now after 2 weeks. Anyway, so what is this telling us?
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. My thinking is that if a team makes 71 runs in behind, it means from what we are seeing, they are drawing you. So they like to draw you out.
And
make the run, which means that they are going to depend on other players apart from Harry Kane, wingers, midfielders, Jude, Noni, Saka, whoever. So the focus is on players or running behind, or they like verticality. They like to go vertical, go from back to front.
So can you track all the 291 movements? That is why I'm saying don't press them at all.
How about, I think Harry Kane looks like the most effective piece of the whole conversation. He's their key strategist. Whatever England does is because Harry Kane needs to initiate a movement. He needs to move first before they can react. So how about we find ways to contain the movement of Harry Kane?
You see, that is very good. You can decide to man-mark Harry Kane so that even whenever he moves, he cannot get that space to turn and then give that pass. But in the English team, the good thing is that it is not only Harry Kane who has the ability to give those passes. Just that they've given him the responsibility. But whenever they see that you are man-marking him, he will draw you out, touch the ball to one of their midfielders. Elliot Anderson can give that pass. Declan Rice can give it. Even their centre-backs can give that pass. So if you decide to man-mark Harry Kane and you follow him too deep, you just touch the ball. So there's space there.
So coach, which means in this case, with Kane, assuming Kane is even being man-marked, so which means Kane will... Okay, so you're saying that Kane will not even take 2 touches. So he's playing he's playing a link pass.
Yes, a link
trying
pass
to free somebody
because
else.
Once you are man-marking Kane, it means that you are leaving a space there. Because the player who followed Kane left a space. And
no, it has to just play one pass, left or right.
My case is this. You see, I am not so particular about Kane's pass, his movement.
The movement.
Exactly. So how about we contain, not necessarily man-mark? Especially for midfield presence. Where would Harry Kane drop from? He would drop from the attack to the middle. What if we had more presence in the middle in such a scenario? That is what I'm looking at. So maybe Ghana would defend in like a 4-5-1 shape. So worst case scenario, we have 3 midfielders in the central areas. Is it not a tactic that can prove effective against Harry Kane's movement?
That would help. And even when I get to the Ghana piece, I've suggested that it is best that we play with a 4-5-1 to get the overload in the midfield. So that would
maybe 5-5-0.
That would help.
All right.
So that is it. So that is how they move, and then the types of movement that they do. And to me, this is one of their qualities. Now, looking at the English team, Nathan, to me, it's not all roses.
Okay.
It's not all positives. No,
they have
their negatives, and there are ways you can hit them. Now, the first one, of which I don't know if Ghana has the ability to do that. Without the ball, England likes to go with a man-to-man.
They press man-to-man.
Man-to-man.
Everybody presses one person.
Without the ball. Without the ball. So it means that this is a winger, and number 9, a winger. So, but when you are playing with a back 4, it means that their front 3 are man-marking your back 4. So the last one, it should be a fullback who must go there.
Okay.
And that fullback will be torn between your winger and
the opposing
fullback. So with that, it means that you can exploit that area. And there are 2 ways of doing it. It's either you give the ball to this guy the body positioning of this player is wrong. I must say it. You must face here so that whenever you receive, you can quickly play there. So it's either you give the ball to him, the winger moves wide, receives the ball, then quickly you bypass, their front line and even their midfield line to try and attack them.
I see.
So that is one of the ways to attack.
So Michael, then it means that in that case, as you're saying, as coach is saying, the fullback has a decision to make. Because if Senegal gets the ball and O'Reilly goes up to take care of him, that leaves whoever plays on that flank. If it's Kamaldeen or Abdul Fattah Issahaku, that person is free to have some space to run into and decide.
And most of the time, O'Reilly is late. Most often than not, he's late.
I see.
Nico O'Reilly.
He's late.
He's late to the press.
Yeah. And with that, it's a tactical, instruction from Thomas Tuchel.
Okay.
And let me explain this. If O'Reilly goes early, it means that there's no way or there's no point giving the ball here. This fullback will be free. So just play a pass, in between the lines for the fullback there. And that is why he intentionally delays for you to give the ball to the fullback so that he will go to the fullback. Yeah, so it's it's something that is going to happen because I am thinking that Thomas Tuchel tells him that there was one of the games that last season I played and I instructed my fullback to do the same thing. Delay before you press. If you are a fullback, delay before you press. But if you are an offensive player, no, go. But once you are a fullback, delay.
Wow.
The coaching job is not an easy job.
No.
The kind of mini tactical wars being fought at every
very
point.
Important. And even with this, as I said, this body positioning can change a lot of things because you are wrong. You are facing your own goal. So it means that you must control and turn.
So is that what Tuchel was addressing yesterday with Jet Spence? The video you showed?
Yeah.
Open up.
You see, open up. Yesterday, the image, they open up. So this is a wrong, body.
Okay, so then the depiction here. Look at the number 4, and then look at the number 4 at the left back position, far left. The blue player.
Yeah.
Then the one at the far right. A clear difference.
Yeah. Look at their body positioning. You see. As this is
one is
inside,
facing play, the other is back.
So normally the football fan will not even care or see this.
These are the details. Once you get them wrong, you are dead.
But talking about body position, let me bring. Kelvin, you remember that very famous Pep Guardiola video with Raheem Sterling?
Yes, I do remember.
Yeah, where he was. Exactly. The first I said, but what is this guy teaching? This guy is a professional player. What are you teaching him again?
It's important. It changes everything. It may work for certain coaches, but for coaches who want finer details to games. Yeah. Because just like you're saying, this changes everything. Because now you pick up the ball, you are now coming to 10 and screen. But look at the number 4, as Michael is saying. If he's the one supposed to receive the ball, he's already screened the pitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So as soon as the ball comes, decision has been made.
But this guy now has
he now has 2 decisions to make. This one has just 1 decision. Yeah. Where am I putting the ball? But this one has 2 decisions to make. So it delays transition, it delays the pass, and they can even lose the ball there because of the press. Because by the time you make the turn, the touch and the turn,
somebody's already.
Unless you are Zinedine Zidane.
Unless you are Zidane.
Yes. Or Ronaldinho. Even if you are able to turn, you are now about to scan for your next pass.
Yes.
Because before the pass, you were not really focusing on the game. But with this, you are focusing on the game already.
Seeing everything.
And it is this that you see yesterday in the video that I showed you, England. When it was a centre back, Tuchel told him to touch the ball forward.
Yeah.
So this is it. So you are a centre back, you are a full back, whichever. Once he's coming at you with the a good body position, you can just touch the ball forward to take him out. Yeah,
I see.
So that is it.
Quite interesting.
Yeah.
So we need to look out for the left back and the delay in terms of the press to see what happens.
Again, whenever they sit in a low block, there's very little pressure from their front liners, and this resulted in a goal for Croatia.
Yes, Croatia's second goal.
Yeah, Peter Musa's goal. It came from this instance. So once England sits in a low block, now they are waiting for you to make a mistake. They are waiting for a pressing trigger. Either you receive the ball on the wrong foot or a loose touch or something before they can come at you. And with this, if we have players on this line who can give very good passes, we must utilize them very well. I wouldn't advise Ghana to do this with the centre backs, no. At least a midfielder should drop on that line and try to do it. Why? Because the midfielders will give us a better passing quality. And again, if the midfielders are here and our centre backs are at the back, it means that the goal Senegal conceded against Norway, we are not going to concede a similar one. Because I showed you how, their rest defense was open and that really cost them. And even for Ghana, we benefited from this same thing against Panama. When they decided to commit men forward, leaving only 2, at the end of the day, we scored. So we should not do the same or a similar mistake against England. So this is one of them.
The other thing I will say is going back to this sequence, Croatia's second goal.
Yeah.
The other thing I picked up from that sequence was the running. I noticed Perisic did the out to in run.
Yeah.
And then when the ball got to him, he headed it out again for somebody to
So it means that when he was going, there was a supporting run.
Yeah.
Because without that supporting run, it means that even if Perisic flicks the ball backwards, there will be no player to finish it.
I see.
And
so
that
the
is
supporting
very, very
run is
important.
key. And the main point here is that when England defend low, their front three do not apply pressure.
And you see, with Ghana, with the games that we've played, especially under our new manager, Carlos Queiroz, there is a lot of supporting runs within our team. Just that at times we don't figure it out and give the ball to them. But the runs, they are there. And it explains why, when I was, beginning my analysis, Thomas Tuchel, he said Ghana attack with, numbers. So once we are in the transitional period, we have those supporting runs. The most important thing is we must figure them out, give them the passes, and try to do it.
Okay.
Now, let's get to a very important area. Crosses. This is open play crosses. From there, we are moving on to set pieces. So, Nathan, open play crosses from England, 8. But all of them was from this side, the right side.
England's right.
Yes.
So that's the
open play.
That's where
none of them came from the left side.
So that is where Reece James, Madueke or Saka, depending on who plays.
None of them came from the left side. All of them
interesting.
From the right
Why
side.
would England not want to try crosses from their left-hand side?
8 of them.
Maybe they don't have the technicians, those who can. Who plays their left back?
Nico O'Reilly,
Jet Spence. So O'Reilly will mostly be used as an outlet to enter the box for last man runs.
Yeah.
Reece James is precise in his crossing.
Yeah, of course.
Whether from dead ball situations
from
or
open play, even from deep.
Exactly. Madueke can cut in and then send in. Coach, how do you call it? In swinger.
Yeah,
in swinger.
Bukayo Saka similarly. So I think that is where they have enough quality to cross balls into the box. At the left is Anthony Gordon, Jet Spence, O'Reilly.
It's true. Yeah. Gordon's greatest strength is not crossing them. That's a fact.
Yeah.
He's running. He likes
and even with O'Reilly, barely do you see him sending in those
crosses.
Because of his physicality, he would rather be the target for the
he
cross.
wants to crash the box.
Yeah. So that is it. Now,
so we need to be very wary of England's right, which is our left.
That is open play.
Crosses.
Open play.
Gideon Mensah.
Gideon Mensah, this is your game. You said it that you are ready for that.
Exactly. He's a big game player.
Now, after the game, England against Croatia, England generated 3.66 XG.
Wow.
From open play, they generated 1.24. From set pieces, they generated 2.24.
Wow.
Hey!
Wow.
So England are very good at this set piece.
So they are better at set pieces than even open play. So with all
the header from a corner.
Yeah.
With all these open play things that I've shown, England is better at set pieces than all of this. And what makes them very difficult to beat is that even if you are able to stop them in open play, there is another area they are even better than the open play, which is the set pieces. And today, I will take my time to explain the set pieces, the type of set pieces, and even the reasons behind.
Wow.
Yes.
Ateta 2.0.
But England, I began to notice in 2018. You notice that in that World Cup in Russia, England scored lots of goals from the corners.
Goals, 6 of them from set pieces.
So 50% of the goals they scored came from corner kicks. Right? They were doing what they call the love train, Hurricane and Co. They have this line they do into the box. They spread out and then people go and score.
Now, with England and their set pieces, Nathan, there's one player who is very much important to them, and we all know it. It's Declan Rice.
Okay.
But Declan Rice at Arsenal, the kind of set pieces he was taking, and Declan Rice at England, it is different.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm going to explain this. If the Ghana team will focus on how he was taking the set pieces for Arsenal, you will go and meet a different type of cross because it is different.
Okay.
Now, Nathan, for Arsenal, throughout the entire season, Declan Rice took only 7 out swingers.
Yeah.
only 7 out swingers throughout the entire season.
7 out swingers. So which means that he was playing the corner from his natural side.
Yes.
From the right.
So from the right, only 7 out swingers. But in the game against Croatia, Declan Rice took 5 out swingers. So throughout the season, he took only 7. But against Croatia alone, he took 5. It tells you that the type of, set piece he takes for England is different from the type of set piece he was taking for Arsenal. Wow. Again, 84% of his corners were from in-swingers for Arsenal in the season. 84% of corners were in-swingers. But at England, in their last game against Croatia, in-swinger, 0.
Yeah.
So for a player who took 84% of his, set pieces as in-swingers, in their first game against Croatia, in-swingers, 0. It tells you that England is more interested in the out-swingers and the lofted crosses than the in-swingers. And why is that so? Let's get to the tactical board. Let's try to explain it before we get, we come and view the images.
Charlie, the game is not random.
Okay, they should give England 3 goals. Let's move on to this.
The game is not random.
Yeah, no.
It isn't random at all. The preps, the tactical wars.
So now, Nathan, you see why they prefer also going through the right, because that is where they win most of the corner kicks. That would help Declan Rice.
Very good.
Because if it goes to the other side, then they would have to resort to someone who can, a left-footed player who go there and send in the outswinger.
It is true. England don't actually have a left footer who can actually
unless
play
Bukayo Saka goes there.
Yes,
but he's not. He's also battling.
Yeah.
If you put Madueke there, we'll give you nonsense for us.
No need.
Challenge the Champions League. Did not play.
He will give you a cross you wouldn't like. Yeah. So when they prefer to go through the right, and as much as they will attack from that side a lot more times because they know they have the quality and all that. Yeah. That is where they would also want the corner kicks to come from, because when it comes on the right, let's not forget, it's not like look at when you're playing the community football, when the corner is on the right, you don't care, you go and play it at the left.
No.
This is professional football. When it's on the right,
you play it on the right.
So when it gets there now, Declan can exercise his full strength or maximize that quality or technical ability that overrides the others to send in very good deliveries.
But coach, in that case, if the ball is on the right side, Declan Rice is playing an outswinger.
Outswinger. Yeah.
Okay. But I think because the goal, Kane's goal was an outswinger.
Yes.
The cross was an outswinger. And then he headed it in.
If the ball is at the left side, instead of Declan Rice to play an in-swinger, he plays a lofted cross, not an in-swinger. There's a difference.
He won't swing it. He plays it. So almost like the ball hangs in the air.
So yes, with the lofted cross, the ball spends a lot of time in the air. And most of the time, the lofted cross is targeted around the penalty spot or the far post.
Yeah.
But with the in-swinger, it is actually coming inside the goal area. So even if the ball is at the left side, Declan Rice targeted a lofted cross and not an in-swinger. Throughout the game, 0 in-swingers, but out-swingers and then lofted crosses. Now I'm going to explain the reasons behind. Nathan, there are reasons why England have decided to prioritize the out-swingers, the lofted cross, instead of the in-swingers. If they want to play an in-swinger, it means that they will play the ball inside the 6-yard box. If it was to be an in-swinger, assuming the ball is coming for this area, the ball will be targeted here.
Yeah.
And with that, it means that you must go and wrestle the goalkeeper and the blocks and all of those things that Arsenal were doing. But if you watch the games that they played, none of them were they wrestling the goalkeeper.
Okay.
None of them. So when I was watching Ghana's training and I saw that we put some mannequins there for our goalkeepers, I was saying, no, they are not going to wrestle you. Because look at this image. There's only one English player who was slightly in the 6-yard box. Most of them, they were not there. Why? Because it's an outswinger. So the ball is coming outside. So there's no need to go inside to wrestle the goalkeeper. So it means that the goalkeeper is most likely to be free if they are going for the outswingers. Again, the reason why they they've chosen the out swingers is that one can easily manipulate the goalkeeper. You see, it's an out swinger, so the goalkeeper might be tempted to follow and then try to punch it or something. Once you move, you are dead. Because you cannot get there because of the blocks within, that play.
You have to go through traffic.
You cannot get by the time you decide to jump, someone has already headed the ball. So today, my first, the first suggestion for the Ghana goalkeepers is that whoever plays as the goalkeeper, once there's an in swinger, stay on your line. Don't move. If you move, you are dead. Stay on your line. And you see, the most interesting part is that whoever is heading the ball gives it a direction closer to the pool.
Yeah.
They don't head it centrally.
No. Because
it is closer.
Think about it. The ball is swinging outwards.
Yeah.
I can see it coming. So
direct.
I can direct where I want. I have enough time. So I'm running at it at pace. Look at Hurricane's header. Headed it towards his left-hand side and into the Croatia.
And that is why Ghana must strategize how to defend closer to the pool. You see, most of the time playing against England, people are interested in stopping the headers than saving it on the line. Now, what I would recommend is that the pole, either the left side or the right side, Ghana should get one player maybe at the right. If you put one player at the right, don't put another player at the left.
Why?
So that player will cover the right, then your goalkeeper will cover the opposite side. Don't put two players there. Because if you put two players there, it means that you'll be left with 8 inside to defend. That will be very difficult, especially against England. So since one of the English players is effecting the cross, already they are left with 9. So you to put one player in.
So you have 9.
So you have 9 to do it.
9 on 9 in the box.
So that will be 9 on 9. So that you can be able to do it. Because at the end of the day, you see, Nathan, analyzing the set pieces, I saw that most of the time, the opponent had players within the box who did not know what to do. Most of the time, especially against Croatia, they were just there. So put one inside the pool. So maybe the right side. So if you put one player at the right side, your goalkeeper is going to cover the left side. If you put one player at the left side, it means that your goalkeeper is going to cover the right side. Because England, whenever the header, they are able to head the ball from their corners, it is going around the pool, just near it. Now this is the first corner kick against Croatia.
Came after 8 minutes.
Yes, after 8
minutes on the clock.
And let's look at how they were blocking the players of Croatia. Why? Because they had a free man. Where was the free man stationed?
Penalty spot.
Yeah. And that is why Declan Rice must come with an out swinger
to find the man.
So ideally, their corner kicks is relative to a penalty for England.
Yeah, because the header will be from the penalty spot.
Exactly, a free man too.
A free man. Yeah.
Charlie.
You know when I began to see that coaching team sport was complex, Mike, I'll tell you, sometimes when you have the time, watch basketball analysis.
Yeah.
Absolutely mind-boggling.
Yeah.
So
the kinds of things they are doing in there. That's when I began to realize that, look, this is just 5 men.
Yeah.
Imagine coaching 11 men. Anyway, so this is...
We're 2 Jordans.
Now, this is the second one.
Yes.
You see, in the first image, intentionally, they put Noni Madueke there. Why? To draw out one of the Croatian players from this block. And it was as a result of that where they had that penalty. Now, in the second one...
let me try and understand the thinking. Why? Let me guess. If I put a man out wide, I'm almost trying to deceive the opponent into thinking that player is an option. I can go short to him, and then he will cross. Or the ball can go to him, he can bring it back to me, and then I cross.
You see, in the game, they only effected one shot corner, just one. But you see, intentionally, they will put Noni Madueke here. Why? So that this player cannot get in the box, but rather he will stay here.
So that is Modric.
And
he considered the penalty.
He considered the penalty from from this. Okay. Why? Because he didn't even realize that. Because look at his body. His
back was turned to Madueke.
Yeah. So this is the second corner of England, and once again, Noni is there to draw out one player. Now with this, I want us to focus here.
Okay.
In the 6-yard box. Have you seen that once again? There's no English player there.
Yes.
It means that they are not interested here. So this goalkeeper, you are free. So at the end of the day, you cannot cry foul that, oh, someone came and, held me. And no, you are free. But with this, Nathan, let's analyze something here. Look at the body of Anthony Gordon against Perisic.
He's blocking him.
So that you cannot come here. Now let's look at this player.
He's also blocking the
so that you cannot come here.
Yeah.
Now there are two English players, trying to block this number 2 from coming here. This is ball watching. So as soon as the ball came, a free man,
and it will be too late for him to go around the screen to get to Kane. Kane is very free.
He has the ball. So with this,
that's some high-level basketball screens there.
Later, just before this image, most of the English players were around the penalty spot. And I was analyzing it and I understood it. You see, Croatia decided to go with the hybrid man.
Zone and man. The mixed zone and man.
The hybrid. Now, looking at the hybrid, at this front post, you see there are players here trying to mark this zone. So this here is a zonal marking here. And here is a man marking here. So the zonal plus the man marking gives you the hybrid marking. Now, once I saw this, as soon as Declan Rice, stepped onto the ball to try and effect the corner, the English players decided to move, especially those who were man-marked. And once they were moving, the Croatian players were trying to follow them. And that created this space for the player to come and head the ball. So I was thinking, okay, what if the English players decide to move and you don't follow them? Because that is one of the ways of being able to defend against England. Eventually, the ball is coming here around the penalty spot. So once they start moving, don't follow them. Let them move. Why? Because they are not going to receive the ball here or here. The ball eventually is coming here. So that is one thing for Team Ghana.
That do not follow the
Don't follow the runners. No.
Don't follow the runners.
No.
They are not the target.
They are not the target. Don't follow them. Because if you follow them, once they see that you vacated the penalty spot, now they will block you from coming back. If you decide to follow them, once they see that, okay, they've been able to move you 1 inch, 1 foot away from the penalty spot, now they will block you so that you cannot go back. So as soon as they start the movement, don't follow. Declan Rice will put the ball here. He won't change it. It is an out swinger. He won't change it. So as soon as they start, Nathan, don't follow. Don't follow. Again, this was a pass, across from the left side. So this was a lofted cross, not an in swinger, a lofted cross. And with this, the target was Nico O'Reilly. Once again, there are blocks within it. Have you seen the blocks? The blocks. So that you cannot, try to attempt the ball at the far post. And who was there? Nico O'Reilly. He has the ability, the physicality. He's been doing it for his club team, Man City. So at the national team, he can replicate it. Now, he was free. He tried to do it. And in the game, they did a very interesting set piece that I want to highlight. Once again, it was Nico O'Reilly. Look at where he was standing. Inside the post, on the line. But as soon as Declan Rice decided to take it, this was the only time they did not take an out swinger to the penalty spot. Rather, they took the out swinger to the near post. So when you see Nico O'Reilly in the box like this, it means that they are not targeting this area. Rather, they are targeting the near post. And
why?
This,
what are they looking for at the near post?
They will be looking for the movement of Nico O'Reilly. As soon as he decided to cross the ball, Anthony Gordon decided to push away Perisic. And then Nico O'Reilly came into this area and that ball was on target. That ball was on target. So if you see Nico O'Reilly inside like this, it means that they are not targeting the penalty spot again. Rather, they are coming to the near post. And this is how, they take their set pieces. They are very good at that. They are very good at that. They are not coming to fight with your goalkeeper. No. They are not coming to push him. No. Rather, they want to manipulate the goalkeeper with the outswinger. So if the goalkeeper decides to step out and come on, you are dead. Stay on your line. Get one player at one side of the pitch. Let the goalkeeper focus on the other side. With that, to me, you would have a chance against the English team. Other than that, it will be very, very, very difficult. It will be very, very, very difficult. So this is an overview of it. Once again, Ezri Konsa was the free player. Now this is man marking here. This is zonal marking here. So clearly, Croatia had, covered the 6-yard box. But still, England were able to get a shot on target from this situation. So with their set pieces, Nathan, they are very good. To me, it is their greatest weapon, the set pieces. And we've explained it. And I've given how I think Ghana can defend against such. That
don't follow the
Don't
runners.
follow. No, don't follow. Don't follow. Don't make that mistake. Goalkeeper, don't try to come out when it's a corner. Maybe open play, cross, fine, you can come out, no problem. But a corner, don't, because they will try to manipulate you with their outswingers. Get a player at one side of the post. The goalkeeper should cover the other side. A player at one side of the post, the goalkeeper should cover the other side. And to me, if we do this, we can minimize their threat a little. Not completely eradicate it, no. We can minimize it a little. Now, my small advice to Team Ghana, as we play against England. Nathan, the first one is that Thomas Tuchel, when he was analyzing Ghana, you see, he spoke about counter-attacking threats. I was waiting for him to add one of our threats, but he didn't. And to me, if the English team, takes their eyes off that, Ghana, it is one of our threats. It is set pieces. Have you realized that? In as much as we know England to be excellent in terms of set pieces, Ghana is also good at set pieces. England uses blockers and then attackers. Ghana uses the deceivers and a receiver.
Okay.
So it's different. England blockers and the attackers.
Yeah.
But Ghana, we uses the deceivers and a receiver. So players are going to move. They are going to run, deceiving you that they are going to attack the ball. Once you follow them, there will be a receiver waiting to receive the ball and play. So one of the ways that Ghana can hurt this England team is set pieces. Because we have a very good set piece coach.
Okay.
So I think one of the ways is set pieces. Again, the 4-5-1, to me, I would prefer this formation than any other formation against England. A 4-5-1. Our goalkeeper, if Atizigi is fully fit, I would prefer Lawrence Atizigi. If he's not fully fit, Benjamin Asari in goal. Now our right back, our left back. So Marvin Gideon.
FM, the voice of sport.
4 and 5. Jerome and then his brother.
Sergeant Ajete.
I would go for a midfield 3.
Okay.
A midfield 3. In this case, I would look for players who are players who tackles a lot, who are physical, and who can pass very well. So I'd go for Kalibionchi, Kwesi Sibo, and Thomas Partey.
I see you'd go with Kwesi Sibo ahead of Elisha Owusu.
Yes.
Okay.
Sibo.
I still mention Elisha Owusu.
Is he not part of the team? So don't be saying that about Elisha.
So you see, Nathan, with this 3-man midfield.
No, talking about Elisha.
I remember part of the squad. He's a squad member.
In the game, man, there was a sequence
where he went to the right to cross.
Yeah, when dribble. When he got to that, I'm sure I'm sure he must have asked himself, what am I doing here? No, because the cross was off. Anyway, that's on the line.
Sorry,
Let's continue, coach.
Now, Nathan.
I don't know why Kelvin gets upset when we mention Elisha.
You see?
Let's continue.
Nathan, normally.
Okay, so coach, I remember someone asking me, so how did he become a professional?
Charlie, this is quite serious. You know, so, as we were watching the game, and somebody said, it's when I was in Salim meant to be, by the way. Salim, other bar. I said, Charlie, let's calm down. What is the meaning of all this? Let's relax. Let's continue. Anyway.
Now, Nathan.
Coach, yeah. So we go with 3 men. You think a three-man midfield?
3-man midfield. Ideally, you need a controller who can also be a destroyer.
Okay. A controller who can be a destroyer. Okay.
You need a box-to-box, presence as part of them. And then you need a creator.
Wow.
But with Ghana's 3-man midfield, I'll take away the creator and put in another destroyer.
Okay.
So I'll play with Thomas Partey, who can be a controller and not really a destroyer, but a controller. Then I'll bring on Kwesi Sibo, who will be my destroyer.
Destroyer, okay.
Then Calibrianchi, who will be my box-to-box outlet.
Okay, because we don't have creativity.
Even if we had, I won't choose creativity in this game against England.
You won't do it.
No.
Okay.
Because for most of the time, we are going to destroy, not create. For most of the time, we are going to try and destroy the attacks, not to create
anything.
The only chance that we have in this game is our transitional threat, and that is why I would add, a controller to it who can pass the ball very well. So, Caleb giving me the box-to-box vibes, a destroyer in Kwesi Sibo, and then controller in Thomas Partey. Now I'm going to play Antoine Semenyo, and then Fatau Isaac.
I see.
But these 2 players should be very close to the midfield line. In fact, they should be part of the midfield line, not very close. They should be part.
This is
a 5-man midfield.
Voice of Sport.
They should be part of the midfield line.
They should be part
of the line. And I would explain why. For us to get a 5-man midfield. And then up front, I'm going to leave Jordan Ayew alone. Jordan Ayew. I'll start him in this game. I would explain why. Now, the reason I'm going for a 4-5-1 with a 5-man midfield is simple. Nathan, most of the time, people think defending with a back 5 is more stable than defending with a midfield 5. But at least Cape Verde has shown us that if you are able to do this very well, it is better than a back 5. Because defending in a back 5, let me state this, that it is very difficult to do in football. It's not easy. Because once you decide to defend in a back 5, it affects your coordination.
Really?
Yes. Because for Team Ghana, most of the time we defend in a back 4. Number 2, number 4, number 5, number 3. So even if you are doing the seams, you know that if this is the pressure defender, the cover and then 2 balance. But once another player, joins the defensive line for it to be 5, it means that you must change the coordination that you are doing. And the players must now be in line. And if you analyze the games at the World Cup, Nathan, most of the high score lines in the World Cup, the defensive team was defending in a back 5. At this World Cup, most of the high score lines, the defensive team were defending in the back 5. And their problem was one, coordination. So I would rather play in a midfield 5. Now, a midfield 5, why? As Mickey said, we know Hurricane likes to move from the offensive line of the English team to their midfield line. So if I am to overload the midfield, it means that Hurricane will come and I'll get numbers to take care of Hurricane. I'll get numbers to take care of Hurricane. And with that, I will not be left with the dilemma of my center back must follow Hurricane. Because when it gets to the midfield, I won't get numbers. No. The center backs stay. Let Hurricane go. Why? Because I have a midfield 5 who can really take care of Hurricane for me. Again, whenever England are attacking, we learned about their wide triangles. Now, it means that even if they are deciding to, play with an overlapping fullback and then a winger who will also be on the high. In this case, it will be a 2v1 against our fullback.
Okay.
But if I am defending in a 5-man midfield, I can ask the wide man to follow or track, the run of the fullback. So at this case, instead of a 2v1 advantage for England, it will be a 2v2. It will be a matchup at the wider area. When it comes to this side, it will be the same thing. And once I do this, still I'll have 4 players in my my midfield line. Even if I decide to do one here, still I'll have 4 players. And that is why I will go for a 5-man, midfield line. Now up front, I'll go with only one player. That is Jordan. As I said, don't try and press England. Because if we decide to press, it's not only Jordan who is going to press.
The others will follow.
The others must follow. And with that is how they want us to play. So for that one there, we should not even go there. So if I have Jordan here, now Nathan, the game, all Ghanaians, we know that we are going to defend for most of the time. True of us.
Yeah, true.
So if we are going to defend, if we are going to stay in our defensive zone for most of the time, it means that once we are able to get the ball and we want to, quickly transition from defense to attack, we will need a center forward who first will hold on to the ball for the runners. And this is where I'm expecting the team to speak to, Jordan Ayew. You must hold on to the ball for the runners. It means that as soon as the runners take position, you must release the ball to them. And that is the point where at times he overdoes it. So yes, I'll start with Jordan. I'll do that. But I'll speak to him. That the reason I'm, starting you is that in terms of hold-up play and all those things, in the Ghana team, he's one of the best. Whether we like it or not, he's one of the best. So I'll start Jordan. But I'll speak to Jordan. That Jordan, you are there because I want you to hold on to the ball and feed my runners. Do you remember the goal that was it Bram Roby?
Yeah.
Bram Roby.
Yeah, Netherlands.
Hold the ball, hold that play, feed your runners. After that, run into the box.
Yes.
So the same thing. Jordan, hold on to the ball. Let our wingers, Semenyo, Fatah Usaku, Nyama, whoever, burst into pace. Release the ball to them. Now run into the box. And with that, it will be very, very easy. Don't try to hold on to the ball. They will run past you and you decide to hold. No. So we are going to need Jordan in this game, especially his hold-up play. But he's also going to have to improve on the timing of, releasing the ball. For that one, I agree with whoever who thinks that Jordan must improve on that particular area. I think, yes, he must improve on that. So a 4-5-1 today for Ghana. Now my final, bit. Personally, I'm going to eat before the game. I'll make sure I'm full. I'll make sure I'm full. Ghana, in as much as we want to qualify, why do we want to beat England? Why? We should not make the mistakes that some of the African countries have already made at the World Cup.
Like Senegal.
Ghana do not need a win to qualify. From yesterday and even to this morning, on the socials, most Ghanaians are, we beat England, we have to beat them. Why? Because, Nathan, to be very honest, I do not understand why Ghana wants to beat England.
I don't know. I mean, I guess because it is England, right?
No, Ghana must think about qualifying, not beating England. That is the first thing. You must think about qualifying, not beating England. What does Ghana need to qualify? At least a draw today will be all but confirmed for Ghana to qualify.
Yeah.
So to me, if I am the coach, I'll play for a draw. Not to beat England. No.
If it happens,
because if you want to beat England, it means that you must attack. Now, once you decide to, attack, you must commit numbers up front. Once you commit numbers up front, your defensive line, your back line, you will be left with fewer numbers. And that will mean that England will have the chance to counter-attack against Ghana. As I said, in terms of even transitions, that Ghana thinks that is our best chance. England is better than us. So if we are to commit numbers up front, leaving our defensive line or our defense, vulnerable, counter-attacks from England, they are better than us. They will punish us in that. So personally, I would never, recommend Ghana to set up to win. The must-win game, we've already won it. That was against Panama. Now against England, against Croatia, it is not a must-win game. At least a draw will do. And that is why I don't want Ghana to make the mistake Ivory Coast did against Germany. The mistake Senegal did against France and Norway. We should set up trying to get a point from this game. As I said, I'm going to eat very early. If Ghana plays with a 4-5-1, there is a chance that we can do something better. Any other formation, England will score at least 3 goals.
Hey!
Yes.
Any other formation, if we try, England will score at least 3 goals. We shouldn't play back 3,
Any
back
other
5.
formation.
Oh, coach, what are you saying?
Even if you play 10-0-0, they will score at least 3.
What about 4-4-3? Todd Bollista. 4-4-3.
But that's 11 outfield players.
So the keeper will be an outfield player.
Kelvin,
so you see, you shouldn't even worry about a new formation. I'm sure many people are forgetting the coach we have.
Carlos Queiroz. Yeah.
He's so stingy with being on the pitch, giving space to opponents.
Yeah.
And it's all about tactical discipline. If the players are going to be disciplined, trust you me, he will lock the game that England will be frustrated. Ghana gets just one chance and we score, and that will be the end of the game. Or at best, maybe out of some magical moment from Harry Kane or Bukayo Saka or Bellingham or any other person, then they get a draw. But if you open up, or if the players decide not to be as disciplined, just like Coach was speaking about, if Jordan holds on to the ball so much, you realize Senaya would move. Other players would move. Caleb will be moving.
Yeah.
If he loses the ball, the turnover is going to be devastating. If the turnover happens, and look at how fired up Bellingham is for this tournament.
They are better in transition than us.
Yeah.
It's mad when they move. Imagine Anthony Gordon making that move and Senaya is late. Bellingham making the run. Madueke, fine, his finishing or final decision, and Bukayo Saka is there. Look at how he created the goal for Rashford when he came on. Quick 1, 2, 3 passes, they make a mess of your defense. And we know our defenders, when we open up too much, doom.
I think the perfect example, although different coaches, Ghana, Portugal, 2022. The goal that João Felix scored. You remember they played a pass in between Baba Rahman and Salih.
Yes.
Baba tried to intercept because we were attacking, and then they forced the turnover. 2 passes, they broke our last defensive line.
Nathan, if we want something in this game, I'll recommend a 4-5-1. With that, we can manage a little. That doesn't even mean we are going to get a draw. We can manage a little. And again, we will need whoever starts as our goalkeeper to give us a 9/10 performance. Nathan, let's analyze the, in quote, underdogs who had some good results at this World Cup. None of them did it without their goalkeeper having maybe at least 7 saves.
More than.
None of them did it. So if we can have something today against England, we will need whoever starts in goal
to
give us a 9/10 performance. That is non-negotiable. That is non-negotiable. And that is what I am saying. That any other formation aside the 4-5-1, expect England to score at least 3 goals against Ghana today.
Hey. 9:50. This is still the Sporty Breakfast. We'll be wrapping it up in a bit. So the tactical analysis is done. We'll share the full video a little later as you watch it during lunchtime as you eat. And coach has advised everybody to eat properly because it can be a very uncomfortable game, and we have to be ready. He says that the 4-5-1 should give us an opportunity. It's the 4-5. It doesn't mean that once we play 4-5-1 we are fine, but it provides the basis on which we have to work and see what we can get against the English today. For those who have heard say that, yesterday somebody was saying, England, they flatter to deceive. England, they won't get anywhere. England may not get anywhere, but in terms of the quality to beat the Black Stars, they have it in abundance. So don't kid yourself. Ghanaians, we like to do this, Vim and say, bro. Senegal have done Vim. They've lost 2 out of 3. So it is not a matter of, Vim and no. We need to be very solid. We need to be very locked in today. We need to understand the tactical battles. And Carlos Queiroz, he himself will have to be on top of his game today.
Yes.
Because Tuchel will get him involved in a tactical war.
Yeah.
So he has to be ready to adapt. I saw England, and anybody who saw the England-Croatia game, you saw the difference in the 2 halves.
Yeah.
In the first half, England were drawing 2-2. They were struggling. In the second half, when they showed up, they were a very different team. And we've seen coaches make changes. Coach, you even talked about Didier Deschamps on match day 1.
Yeah, match day 1.
The tactical change he made, bringing Olise from wide to the middle. It changed everything for France.
Yeah.
So, as Carlos Queiroz and co, as coaches, they need to open their eyes, because if whatever plan A England brings doesn't work, they'll switch the plan. And we have to be ready to respond to that new plan, whatever that new plan is. So we have to be very, very, very ready for England today. It will be a very interesting tie, very fascinating tie. Michael, I don't know if you have any comments that we can touch on.
I think we need to learn lessons from our last game at the World Cup 2022. I don't think Ghana thrives in moments where we make it more emotional about the game that we have to play. That game, our preparation and everything, it was more about the emotions. We need to punish Uruguay for what they did to us in 2010. I have heard similar narratives around the England game. They are former colonial masters. We need to do this. We need to prove this. I think that the more sensible approach will be that we play a very tactful game. Like we said, play to your strength. Don't try to prove to England that you can also play football. No, just do the simple, the basics, and I think it will be crucial. Another point will be the laterals, the fullbacks. I think Gideon Mensah, Marvin Senaya, aside the goalkeeper, because yes, coach has rightly highlighted the goalkeeper bit. I think Marvin Senaya, Gideon Mensah will be Ghana's most important players on the field of play. They'll be very important. One, for the build-up, the progression, what they do with the ball, and what they do without the ball. So in defending and then in building up so that Ghana can initiate attacking moves, I think these 2 players will be crucial to us. So I don't want to bore us with a long talk. I think these are the main 2 things I want to highlight. The rest, we'll do them when we get to the venue for the game.
Yes. Copa Mundo will be on today, 2 p.m. Coach will be back and all of that. I wish we could have spoken about some of the other games. I'm sure Coach would look at some of the other games from last night on the show. But let's go to the line. Let's go to the line. My wingman, Raymond Yamado, has joined us. Raymond Yamado, aka One Man, everybody's favorite enemy.
Spiritual guru.
The spiritual guru. Raymond Yamado is joining us. Ray, how are you doing? Good morning.
Nathan, well, I'm doing well. Yourself?
We are fine. What's the time where you are?
Well, it's I think it's 6 a.m. Yes, it's 5:54 actually. It's 5:54.
I see 5:54. You are 4 hours behind. So where exactly are you, Ray?
Well, I am currently in Salem State University. I'm in Boston at the moment, but I'm in Salem State University. Now I'm here because this is where you get to catch the fans and all the action that happens up to the game. Okay. So yesterday when we came here, when we got to Boston, we were brought to the Salem State University is hosting our fans. Okay. So we're brought here to catch a glimpse of everything that has been organized. So you have fans numbering almost 110, 110 if I'm taking, being hosted here ahead of the big game tonight. Now, yesterday when we came in, the vice provost of the university, David Silva, he welcomed the Ghanaian delegation and the Ghanaian fans, and he expressed his joy at seeing the team. And despite the fact that he's Portuguese and supporting Portugal, he said, he was excited to welcome the Ghana supporters. So, I mean, the deputy tourism minister was here as well. The sports minister came later yesterday. I think he also came into Boston yesterday. So, all of these things have been put together ahead of the game tonight. So, I mean, we're in Boston at the moment, and we are trying to make sure everything is fine. The atmosphere is well charged before the big game tonight.
I see. Your friends are here. Kelvin and Michael are all in studio. Guys, do you want to ask Ray anything? Michael, do you have a question for our very good friend, the spiritual guru?
So Raymond, what are the spiritual experts saying ahead of this game? Because the first game was palm fronts.
Ever since we got to Boston yesterday, it's been raining.
Okay.
I mean, it's a very strange weather. And, spiritually, when it rains, the system we see, it could be a good day. But even the gods are minded this time around. But I mean, there's been a lot of rain. And Nathan, I think we hope that it doesn't rain too much later tonight. I mean, it would have its own effect on the game, but we are just hoping it doesn't rain, because this early morning it's been raining quite a lot, know. So we are just hoping the weather doesn't mar the game tonight. But Nathan, I had this conversation with you a few days ago. I told you, look, if there was any game we should pay attention to, or if there was any game we should be focused on drawing something from, it should be that Croatia, because Croatia would decide our fate in this competition, not England. I think for England, our goose is and that is it.
Hey, you've given up already.
No. I mean, it's we got to be patriotic and all. We got to support the national team. We got to support the Black Stars. We got to be optimistic. But we just know that in terms of quality, player for player, in terms of coaching, Tuchel and his understanding of the game, Tuchel and his understanding of modern day football, modern principles, and looking at the weapons that he has at his disposal. I mean, expecting the Black Stars to win would be more like a Black Swan event. You understand? So, what we shouldn't do is that we shouldn't go out there and embarrass ourselves, or we shouldn't concede too many. But in terms of picking 3 points from the Three Lions, I think that it's a very tough ask, to be honest. But I mean, it's football, like you say. Sometimes the Black Swan events do happen, and we can only be optimistic and hope that that's going to happen for us. But I mean, the atmosphere is going to be charged, Nathan. If you see how, right from the airport, they were shouting Ghana, 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 Ghana. I mean, everybody loves. It's nice to see the excitement around the World Cup, and it's nice to see that people realize that there's a country called Ghana in there. There's a country called Ghana that won their first game and all. It's nice to see that. It's nice to hear that. And we would love to stay in the competition for long. But, this undoubtedly will be our toughest game in the group. And it will be quite a difficult one to navigate successfully.
Quite interesting. Ray, we'll catch up with you later. Settle in well. Take care.
I'm sure by the time Copa Mundo starts, I'll be at the Boston Stadium. I'll bring you up to speed on everything that's happening there. And I'll bring you fun reactions from outside the stadium, from inside the stadium. And of course, if I'm able to get into the mix zone, you can expect some exclusives from me.
Okay. All right, Ray, take care then. Have a good day, and we'll catch up later.
Say hello to Kelvin. Say hello to Immortal. Fidel is my man. Baba himself. I'm gonna say hello to them.
All right, Ray, take care. That was Raymond Yamado joining us from Boston. He will be there later. You can catch him on Copa Mundo. He will be at the ground by that time. Coach Kwabena Danso will also be on Copa Mundo as well.
I say go for the money, I say move down in the money. Winter in the money, Stevie Nappy and the money. Robert Mesa, goalkeeper number 1. The boy, Beshe, Yesulo Biala. 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 Yeah, move you up on the back to the Samia. Yachaja, move you up on the back to the Samia. Yeah, move you up on the back to the Samia. Yachaja. I bet the pain in the money, I need Jan in the money. I say go for the money, I say move Jan in the money. Winter in the money, Stevie Nappy and the money. Robert Mesa, goalkeeper number 1. The boy, Beshe, Yesulo Biala. 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 Yeah, move you up on the back to the Samia. Yachaja, move you up on the back to the Samia.
It's a minute after 10. We'll be wrapping it up in a bit, but let me go through some of the messages. Kobe from Takwa. Okay, I thought I missed that one. Kobe from Takwa says Ghana's best result will be a draw. If we concede before the first hydration break, it will be a bloodbath. Hi. This one says, I believe this is the game in which we need Jordan the most because he can hold on to the ball. This one, but make sure Michael gives us his predictions for our match before you close. Michael, what are you saying?
I've not consulted anything yet. But I think England will win by 2-0.
Okay, all right. Stanley from Achimota says, didn't we play a back 5 against Nigeria that helped us qualify to Qatar? Didn't we play a back 5 against Portugal? So, Stanley, when we played a back 5 against Portugal, what happened? So, this one says, Nathan from Kaswa says, to hear Tuchel say bad news for Ghana is even more terrifying. But it can also be motivation for the Black Stars who want to prove a point. We'll need all the experience we can get. So, this is a Jordan game, and with Partey also back, it increases team confidence. On paper, not a match for England, but it's football, anything can happen. But the fact is, we'll defend a lot and we'll concede, but we need to put in a fight and limit the goals. If we are to get anything from the game, we must target, what do you call it? We must target O'Reilly and whoever partners Stones, whether Konsa or Gehi. I believe that is the weakest link in that England team. Okay, all right. This one says the big guys are showing up at the biggest stage. A draw for Ghana will take us through. I'm scared looking at the England game. England played against... Okay, I'm scared looking at the game England played against Croatia. Benjamin Kwame Azosu from Adenta sent that. This one says... this one is from Achu. Achu in 37 says, I'll still start Jordan, and here's why. We don't primarily build from the back, and I don't think that's a good idea against England anyway. We'll likely go long. Jordan gives us an outlet with his hold-up play, back to goal ability and physical presence. The issue is he often drops too deep and drifts into the channels where he neither tracks runners effectively nor has the passing range to break the lines. My proposition is simple. Keep him in between the center backs, pin or occupy them, have him focus on attacking the box. That's the role I think that best maximizes his strength and output. Brandon Thomas Asante is a crucial weapon off the bench. His impact as a super sub is too valuable, so I'd rather keep him in that role. I see. All right, interesting message from Achu from 37. Let's take some more messages that have come through on 054-257-1061. Okay, all right. Let's go downwards. Let's go. Okay, all right. All right. I think we'll wrap it up here on the Sporty Breakfast. Okay, we'll wrap it up here on the Sporty Breakfast. My name is Nathan. I did this with Coach Kwabena Danso, Michael Asaibedu, Kelvin Ouswansa. You just heard Raymond Yamado joining us from the US. Okay. But later today, Sporty FM, we are out on the field. Join us at one of our many viewing centers. If you are in Kumasi, we are at the KNUST Republic Hall. Yes. That's where we are. We are at the La Magdan Park, which is the official club beer zone. Good Park, which is the official Coca-Cola zone. And the fun experience. Wear your jersey, bring your flag. Let's unite to create an unforgettable chapter in Ghana's World Cup story. Together we believe, feel it all. Sporty FM, we are the voice of sport. So that's where we are. We are going to Magdan. We are in Kumasi at the Republic Hall. Join us at Good Park near the Accra Mall as well. And then we also are pit stop. So join us. We'll be at pit stop. So the team is dispersing itself or spreading itself across. So join us and let's have fun.
Robert Mensah, goalkeeper number 1. The boy, Yesulo Biala. The boy, Yesulo Biala. The boy, Yesulo Biala. The boy, Yesulo.
All right, that's